October 3rd on Blog Talk Radio. Okay, that's Raw Silk. Hold on a minute. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, is her name Margie?
No,
Margaret.
No, it's not. But hello.
Hello, because she looked like she's my cousin. That's why I called.
Okay, well, we all related somehow. Don't worry about it. Hello, cousin.
Yeah. Well, that's the only name, Margie. My name is Clarence Franklin.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Okay, well, thank you
very
much.
Thank you for calling. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye.
I didn't know you had a cousin.
I got a cousin. Look, I want to show up at his barbecue and be like, hey, cousin. Okay, but I want to switch gears right now because I had another hot topic and I said I was going to wind down with this show. And if you got it, this is really going to get you. Florida, Kentucky, and Missouri are now the first states that require mandatory drug testing when applying for welfare.
But here's the truth now. I understood the rage but I think it was the issue is that so many people are now so focused on tight and want to see where their money goes. And because there's a lot of people out of work. And this got pushed out there because of, again, the stereotypes with the music, the movies, and everything else that was going on with the Black and the Hispanic, Latin communities and Asian communities and what have you. We're just sitting at home collecting money, and we're the ones that's causing all the trouble. When, again, we're not the majority of ones on taking the Medicaid and, all the other different social services programs. So it was aimed at targeting us. Now, granted, in those states, we're not as heavily populated as in some of the other states, right. But still, that's where it was targeted.
But I'm a little in agreement. I'm not mad about that. And I guess because my flip is because I've worked in subsidized housing and the housing authority and all of those other places, I ain't mad.
It's not meant, but the thing is, this is where it's the problem with not just, and again, I'm not going to just say the Black community, just all communities. It was not designed to be a way of life.
But it has been. And the thing about it is that when I used to go in apartments and I would see 56 and 96 inch TVs and everything else and stuff, and you a zero renter, I got a problem with that.
True, I get it. Now, if I gave you the TV, that's one thing, but now, to be honest with you, I personally would rather you buy me the 32 inch and let it help me take that money. Let's build a bit, something. So even if I'm getting, heaven forbid, I don't have my arm. Okay. So are you going to take my money because I'm smoking? No, I prefer not smoking weed. I prefer let's help build a business so I can still do something and be productive. And even though if I lost my arm, I can still do what I need to do and be productive in society.
Okay. Think about it this way though. When you go apply for a job, they drug test you.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so if now, you want benefits,
I have no problem. I have no problem. Now, kids, keep in mind the states that have done it has been less than 1% of those people caught. Now, I really want to catch the people that are working right now. I promise you, there's a lot of them out heroin, crystal meth, marijuana, whatever you want. They're out there using because you test. We all know when you do the job, go through the process, you need to be clean. Afterwards, how many of them constantly checked afterwards? Now, I'd rather you test for that versus there's people on a job now, you want to run my credit, and my credit may have been bad, and then you want to let me go.
But that doesn't make no sense because I can't pay a bill if you don't give me the job.
So but now, if you're doing drugs and on a job, and regardless of position, but if you're doing money, job, or an authority position, and now you're high on the job.
You've had executive jobs, and I worked on Wall Street.
Yes.
I used to see the coke dealers come with their titanium briefcases to the CEOs of some of the major Fortune 500 companies.
On the job.
Okay.
They're drunk on the job. They whatever. How many business meetings we've seen people struggling because they got an addict, and we know, and those who are worked in counseling, have family members, whatever. We know the signs. Okay, we're not dumb. But they sitting there struggling with the pens, shaking, whatever the signs are for, depending on the drug. We've seen it all the time.
Making triple-digit salaries.
Yeah, and
so that was definitely my hot topic because I know we talked about it and some other people talked about it. If you have an opinion about drug testing to get social services and welfare, give us a call, 915-5202. Again, this has been the Sister to Sister show. Stephen, tell us a little bit about MR.LP.
Yes, I host Enliven Radio, which is part of LegacyInternetRadio.com. My show is on Tuesdays from 7 to 9. Our show is about the global community, and I titled it that way because my show is to help everybody, regardless of where you are across the world. We've talked about shows on diversity. We talked about financial wellness. We did a show even about what you should be doing with your tax money instead of spending it or whatever. We did a lot of different topics. Most recently, we talked about, again, domestic violence and other things, help for your heart, wellness, and even adoption and foster care. So there's a lot of different things. Please go to legacyinternetradio.com, and also you can go on my Facebook page, which is just Enliven Radio, ENLIVEN Radio all together. You'll see a lot of different things, and also we share other topics with other shows. Also on our YouTube channel, I did a series called Empowered Women, and we had about 12, 13 shows of a variety of women, some famous, some not. But the goal of the story was to show that you could come up from the situation that you have. We did a very deep shows about a lot of different things of, open up and personal mistakes and things that some have, but that show is designed to help you. I had a father recently in Seattle. He has 4 daughters. He makes them watch it all the time, just for that specific reason. And I'm looking to continue that series, and we go out into the community. We did book signing. We do other things, and you also find the archives for other shows with that. So hopefully you'll find a lot of things with that in Live and Radio. And again, if you want to also help donate and do other things to help get us there to that, you can look at enlivenradio@gmail.com. And also, you can call us at 804-588-8069, and you can just leave